him, can you?
See,
No, before headphones.
I wouldn't call them guilty pleasures as such. I don't mind them for what they do. I wouldn't call them one of my favourite bands, but for what they do, which is songs you can sing along to and you can have a laugh and drink along to. Yeah, they're up there. They're with Limp Bizkit for me. They're one of those bands that I will listen to, but not on a permanent basis, like obsessively. Yeah. So, same as I've warmed to My Chemical Romance over the last few years. Mainly because I'm not hearing them every...
done one good album, and that was The Black Parade. 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge is regarded as their best, but I think it's just whiny.
I wouldn't go as far as to say I've enjoyed the entire album by them, but...
I listened to their Danger Days album, you know, when they changed everything up.
That's the one that has, like, they released a single that was really, really dancey, because I heard it, and then it came up with, that was My Chemical Romance. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, they changed their look and everything, but after that, it kind of went a bit downhill, because people didn't take to it very well, because they were used to the whole dark everything, you know?
Yeah, they broke up afterwards, I believe.
Well, yeah, it was because Mikey and Gerard, I think, fell out because of women. Literally, it all fell apart because of a woman. It was so stupid.
Always women. Or men, if it's a female band. You never know. Or possibly women.
And I only know that because my ex-friend in the picture was, like, obsessed. Like...
Scaringly obsessed.
Yeah, very obsessed. Like, she called her guitar, Blade Iero, something like that. And she was obsessed with the fan shipping of Gerard Way and Frank Iero.
So did she, or is she still following Gerard Way's solo stuff?
She grew out of the phase of My Chemical Romance quite quickly as she got into it. She got really obsessed for about a year. Then she moved on to K-pop and J-rock and all that stuff. Like she flits between things she likes. I mean, she does get hooked on them, no doubt, but she just flicks and changes now and again.
So she's become a proper kawaii.
She used to be very, very, like, she basically rocks the whole Scene Kid look for a lot of her years.
The Scene Kid look's not a good one. Yeah.
She suited it though, because she has one of those cute little faces. And
oh no, don't get me wrong. I've seen a lot of Scene... I'm going to call them Scene Women, because if I say Scene Kid, it's going to sound wrong. But I've seen a lot of Scene Women.
In some of her pictures, she does look about 12. She's got a very young looking face.
You all look about 10 in that picture, to be fair.
And we're about like 14 there.
Yeah, like there are some I've seen who've, like... Admittedly, some of them have been through porn, but they're blatantly were emos and they have suited it. And like, it's like, yeah, fair enough. I would, but then there's others where you look at it like, you're still dressing like that? So, yeah. Thankfully emo has kind of died out. It's not dead. It's still, it's its dying days a bit, I think. It's going back to what emo originally was, which is the slight offshoot of punk, if I remember is how it started. And then, like, it started getting twisted by, My Chemical Romance and Jimmy Eat World. That's it what I'm thinking of. So, yeah. But what I was going to say about half hour ago, as you were an emo kid, as it were, Natalie, are there any of those bands that, as much as you don't want to admit it too much, you still kind of enjoy and listen to?
Oh yeah, no, I will openly admit, 'cause I still listen to things that I used to love back when I was 14, because it's just one of those things I just can't snap out of when I like...
Yeah, you need to stop listening to the Teletubbies album. That shit's getting weird now.
Poe and Dipsy and Lala and
my favourite song is Tubby Custard.
Oh,
if that's actually the name of a song on that album now.
Is.
I mean, Joe and I think a week or so back, listened to videos on YouTube of old emo songs from a long time ago that are very popular, and it was a don't sing along challenge or something like that. And we did about 8 videos, and it was really hard not to. Like, they played My Chemical Romance, they played 30 Seconds to Mars, they played Papa Roach, they played Evanescence, and all these sort of bands. I will openly admit I still really enjoy it.
Hang on, Evanescence was in emo. That's wrong.
I know, it's like gothic, wasn't it?
Yeah,
like,
they were weird. They kind of got put as goth, but when that first album come out, everyone was claiming they were new metal. It's like, no, they're more goth than anything else. And they're coming back soon, I know that much, because Amy Lee released a solo album last year that I haven't heard. I'm going to say this now. Since having a kid and put on a little bit of weight, Amy Lee now looks better than ever, I personally think. She always looked a little bit too thin for me before, but yeah, now she's put on a little bit of weight. Also, she seems a lot more friendlier in interviews, I've noticed. Seems a bit more accepting of Evanescence existing, whereas before she was like, oh, I don't know if we'll do another album. So hopefully, some hope for you Evanescence fans out there. I'll kind of count myself in that, because I don't mind a bit of Evanescence at all. So, but yeah, like you said, you were doing the challenge and that. Are there any bands that you would quite happily still buy a new album or anything of?
Well, I was never one for buying albums or CDs because I never really had anything to play them on. I'm more one of these people that will just go online and listen to some songs here and there, like when I feel like it.
Well, I've got 2 music playlists of music videos and that I've made on YouTube that I can probably link you to while you're bored at home one day, and you might find new bands through that. So, but I will warn you, there is some 90s pop on there. Don't worry, it's not Venga Boys or anything. It's like
90s pop ain't bad.
It's like Alicia's Attic is on there. Curly's on there, although that's not 90s pop. Who else is on there?
But she is awesome.
She really is. I want her to play the UK, goddammit. Curly, if you listen to this, play the UK, goddammit. I want to see it, not just to see her live, I want to perv her. Anyway.
Wow.
Oh, Carl, she's hot. She is hot.
She is hot, but I don't think I'd perv on her.
Oh, good. If she's dressed in the same way that she is in the video for Walking on Air, most definitely.
Okay, yeah, no. Like that.
There we go, you know. Not that I've kept up with her, I've not heard anything from any album after the first one, but I think she still calls herself Bubble Goth. But yeah, I'll link you to them. There's some death metal in there, just to warn you as well, so probably skip them if you don't like them. Oh, and did you listen to that Suicide Silence song I put as a comment?
No, I didn't.
Which one did you
the one with Jonathan Davis on. So I know she'll like that.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't listen to it. You'll have to send that again as well.
Dear.
With Jonathan Davis, I was probably just like jump straight.
That's what I was expecting. Yeah, because I posted it like only a minute after she made the comment.
All I saw was the name of the band. I didn't see the bit where Jonathan Davis was in it. It just showed the band name, and I was like, I'll get to it in a minute. And then I completely forgot about it.
Useless.
Actually, like, they're one of the very few good deathcore bands.
Used to be.
Yeah, true. Before they changed to...
Before they attempted to be budget Deftones.
Yeah. Although I will say that for me, their self-titled is a guilty pleasure album when...
Oh, self-titled, it's got its moments. It's not... It's one of those where it probably shouldn't have come out under the name Suicide Silence. I think that's what killed it.
Yeah, if they renamed the band for that album...
Yeah, or he'd released it as a solo album or something, then,
yeah,
you know, it would have worked. But because it came out under Suicide Silence, 3 billion bleeding deathcore fans, and you're putting clean vocals in there, yeah, you're surprised.
As Jared Dine says, when you first clean vocals on the thing you're trying to promote is...
Oh, tee. Yeah. Or the, oh. Oh, daddy, daddy. Yeah. Not that I've watched those videos as well.
Blameless.
Oh dear. Also, well done for knowing who Jared Dines is. Usually I'll say that name, no one knows who I'm on about.
Jared Dines is great.
He definitely has his moments. But yeah, I mean, for you, Joe, since it's now been revealed you used to be an emo, what were your emo bands of choice back in the day?
When I really go back and think of what I actually listened to,
You huddle up in a corner and cry? No, sorry.
I didn't
He
necessarily.
brings out the studded belts again.
See, I do, because like the first single I ever bought was bloody Pet Shop Boys. So
Bloody hell.
I know. It was Go West as well. So yeah.
Oh my god.
And anyone who knows that song now has the chorus to that song stuck in their head. You're welcome.
And I hear that chorus stuck in my head.
Yep, Go West.
You used to show me the used.
Yeah, they show you the used, which is
The
like
Used,
emo.
though, the first album was really bloody good. Still is.
Yeah, it's a great album.
Then they went crap.
Very quickly.
See, while you're thinking on that as well, I mean, did you both used to listen to Finch?
No.
Who?
Finch.
Don't know it. Don't know him.
Ah. Finch were a band that were kind of emo-ish, but more kind of post-hardcore meets pop-punk. And they had 2 albums. The first album is an absolute classic. It's up there with the first Used album for me. It's that goddamn good. And then they went darker on the second album and it didn't really work that well. But yeah, Finch, check them out. You might have sort of listened to it and go, oh god, I remember this song, and didn't realise who it was. So yeah, check them out. Really, really good band. I believe they've come back. Haven't released a new album, but they did do a like a tour or something where they played the whole first album again.
Right.
No,
Yeah, I didn't really. When I'm really thinking about it, I didn't listen to that many emo bands. I mean, at the time, I was fucking obsessed with Slipknot.
Fair enough.
And
I was too.
yeah, and Cradle of Filth.
I didn't get into them.
Yeah, I know.
There's still time. There's still time.
There is still time for you to be a Cradle of Filth fan.
Ah!
I mean, come on, I've got like 4 CDs and a vinyl to show you.
I do want to hear the vinyl because it's got really nice artwork.
Plus, Time of the Witch is their best album. Well, one of their best. Best of
Hang
their
on,
recent-
contention here. Objection on this.
Sense of conflict.
Best of their recent albums.
Okay, yeah. You said it's their best album. I would put it as probably their 3rd best. Their best album's Cruelty and the Beast for me.
Okay, for me it's Midian.
Midian's the 2nd best for me.
Fair enough.
Midian's probably the one I would start Natalie on because it's also the easiest to get into.
Yeah.
And she will know Ghost in the Fog. Simple as that.
Yeah, everyone knows the fucking song.
Yeah. Plus, it's got the guy from Hellraiser on it, so, you know.
Yeah.
As for pornography, she can bloody skip that.
Oh god, yeah.
Cradle of Filth with the singer of Him. What everyone wanted to hear. No thanks. In fact, the only song you need to hear off of that is a cover of Temptation.
Yeah.
Also, probably don't need to hear the first album.
Oh, Dusk in Her Embrace, is that what it
No,
was?
that's the second one. The first one's I've got the bleeding shirt as well. Oh god, what is it called?
Where's my phone? I might actually have it on my phone, stupidly. I think I know. Yeah, now you said that Dusk in Her Embrace is their 2nd album. I think I know what album you're on about.
Yeah, it's the only reason I say to skip it is because the production on it is so bad it's almost unbloody listenable. Kind of filth discography. Principle of Evil Made Flesh,
That's it.
which depressingly is 23 years old.
Really?
Yes.
Fucking hell. 2 years older than me.
Bear in mind that Midian's now 16 years old, man.
Fucking hell.
So, Cruelty and the Beast is almost 20 years old next year.
Yeah.
Which I'm hoping they'll do a tour for that, actually.
I think one of their worst albums is, Amphetamine.
See, I thought that was a blip on an otherwise downward projection for them.
Yeah.
I liked Cruelty and the Beast, liked Dust in Our Embrace. Principal Evil Made Flesh, I liked it after going back to listen to it, after I got into more necro-sounding black metal.
Yeah.
Midian's awesome. Then Damnation in a Day happened. And I was like, Then Amphetamine was like, oh good, they go back to be awesome. Then Pornography happened, I was like, oh god. Then Godspeed on the Devil's Thunder happened, I was like, oh god. Then Darkly Vias Reversal was a good sign they were going back. Manticore weren't bad. Hammer the Witches was awesome. And I didn't realise it had a name yet, but Cryptoriana, The Seductiveness of Decay, isn't out yet.
And they've released 2 songs of it, and they are both pretty good.
It's out 22nd September.
Yes.
On Nuclear Blast, lucky me. Their live album weren't bad either, actually. I remember that.
I don't think I've listened to the live album.
Yes, it's good, man. It's very good. Oh, Vampire was pretty good. From the Cradle to Enslave was awesome.
Yeah.
Bits Reach to Sucker By was okay, from what I remember. I don't know, I've not really listened to much Cradle in the last couple of years, apart from Hammer the Witches, so...
I mean, I jump back into them every now and then. I won't listen for ages, and then I'll go back into it and I think, I'll start off with Midian and think, oh, now I remember why I really enjoyed this band.
Yeah.
But then it's one of their bad ones, accidentally I'll be like, oh.
Yeah, if you put like a mix on it, you'll suddenly get one from Pornography or something, you're like, oh, yeah. I wish I had been reminded of this type situation.
And then I think, if I want, good Danny Filth for recent years, I might just listen to the Last Devilment album.
Yeah, Last Devilment album was really good. The first one, not great, personally. I mean, you might have enjoyed it. I personally thought it was average, but you guys enjoyed. Well, Natalie enjoyed the last Volbeat album, whereas I thought it was really, really average. So there we go.
Yeah.
Have you actually shown Natalie any more Volbeat albums?
Not yet.
Oh, fair enough. She's very quiet again.
Sorry?
She's very quiet again.
Sorry, I'm doing multiple things right now.
Oh, are you now? She says with heavy breathing afterwards. That didn't help.
Yeah, it didn't help at all.
Oh my god, yeah. Sorry.
Oh my.
To be honest with you, you two could be shagging. I wouldn't know it. So.
Could be.
Yeah, we've been told we're quite quiet.
Who's listening specifically for it is what worried me.
Everyone. The giant Deadpool plushie she's got staring at us.
Fair enough. When you say giant Deadpool plushie, is it a Deadpool plushie or is it just literally Ryan Reynolds' dead body stuffed?
You know those pop icon thingies?
Yeah.
It's a big plushie version, but Deadpool.
Oh, fair enough. Fair's enough. Ah, dear. But yeah, trying to think of other black metal bands we can start Natalie on. Don't know whether it's get her
In all
onto...
fairness, I trust you and Joe's judgment, so...
Don't trust my judgment.
I've just got to try and think of what's an easy way to get someone into black metal.
Mayhem. Not Mayhem, sorry, Midian.
Yeah,
Probably
Midian.
the most commercial black metal thing I can think of. Without going too light to a point where it's not black metal anymore. Maybe, actually, because she did like some Dimmerborg here, the album with Puritania on it.
Yeah. I've also, the one with,
Puritanical Euphoric Misanthropia, I think it's called.
Yeah,
Christ knows how I remember that title.
I remember. I've got the album with the Serpentine Offering on it. I can't remember what that one's called.
Oh, Insulta Diaboli.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not very black metal. That's veering towards death metal. That album. That is a weird one.
Yeah. I've got Dark Funeral as well, like Doom and Borgia, but better.
I've never really listened to Dark Funeral, actually.
The last album, I can lend you their last album if you want. It's really good.
Yeah, please, man. So you could try with some Mercia,
Yeah.
because a lot of that isn't really black metal vocals.
It's a mix. Yeah, it's like a weird mix.
But musical.
Yeah, you might like Merca. It's a bit like folky as well, like horror.
Yeah,
I do like folk.
I was gonna say, since you're getting sort of Helveti and everything,
I might show you I might show you her latest single or something later.
Please do.
Okay.
Although we're going to watch wrestling later.
Yeah, I mean we can.
I wanna finish WrestleMania 32 later.
Okay.
Yay!
We've got stuff for free.
Yes.
So there's have you got into Fintroll yet?
Thank you for reminding me. I need to get that into Fintroll.
You guys should make a list.
I've shown you Equilibrium, didn't I? The folk black metal band. The German one.
Equilibrium.
I've been obsessed with for ages.
Just show her the video to work Shout Scowdy, because it's the most epic ordering of a pint of beer you will ever see.
Oh yeah, it really is. I'm going to do it in a little while, because it is literally just a guy, like, basically with
It's
a
a singer, yeah. Just bigger. Erskib. So awesome
He literally
video.
just walks up to the barman, stares at him for ages, goes, beer,
Bitter.
bitter. And it just starts playing this, like, just this opening riff, and it's like, yeah!
Oh my god.
I'm really pumped for this beer I don't even have.
They're nice guys as well. Equally, we interviewed them a few years ago. Unfortunately, not the singer, because he doesn't speak a word of English.
No, he doesn't.
So, it was the guitarist, it was the bloke with the...
Which is impressive that Born to Be Epic is sung entirely in English.
Yeah, but it does sound like he's singing Born to Be a Dick.
It does, actually.
I interviewed the main guy who formed the band, the one with the epic beard.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, he really proper nice guy. Because in the interview, we done it outside the venue, and literally, like, did the interview, and there's about 5 fans who realised who he was. And they were waiting, I went sort of, stopped the interview for a second, and went, dude, do you want to sort of, I think these guys are waiting for you? And he went, he looked over because he didn't realise I was there, he went, oh yeah, he more than happy, took pictures and all that with him, and then just come back freshly as anything, went, sorry about that mate, yeah, because in the interview. Really happy to do interviews, sign stuff and everything for everyone. So, a lot of respect for him. But yeah, when I saw them, they still had the woman on bass. So,
Oh, bloody it.
that wasn't that long ago, man. That was when they were supported by Trollfest. And you need to get into Trollfest.
Trollfest are great.
Trollfest.
Are they really taboo?
Trollfest will do. Well, Trollfest do one of the best Britney Spears covers you will ever hear.
Yeah.
Oh my god, take me now.
They do Toxic,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
and
Yeah,
you need to see
brilliant.
the video to it, because I can't describe it without ruining it. But you need to see and hear, see the video to Toxic by Trollfest, and then when they next play in the UK, you're coming with me, you guys, because they are one of the best live bands I've ever seen. They are so goddamn good. Bear in mind, there's something like 8 or 9 of them, I think, in the band. They fit on a stage half the size of Chinnery's
Bloody hell.
for that Equilibrium gig. It was ridiculous. They almost squeezed on, but they had really didn't have that much space at all. But they were there with like stupid hats on, with like balloons on top of them and flashing lights and stuff. It's just so ridiculous. And then and they were drinking as well, because of course they were. And they were really fun to interview as well. But God, I need to see them again. I need to get their new album actually.
What's that?
And they released a new album last month.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can't remember what it's called now. I was going to say called Achu. It's not bloody Achu. Although it wouldn't surprise me if they did release an album called that. Right, you know what? I'm just going to keep Wikipedia open. It might be a lot easier.
Yeah.
So yeah, for everyone listening to this, Yeah, listen to Trollfest. Why? Apparently, they're considering the Trollfest page to be deleted. That's not nice. Helliver, that's a new album.
Oh, okay.
Called Helliver, because the last album was Captain Chaos, which was also awesome, because the whole thing was about a scientist who was an alcoholic but invented a time travel machine and went back in time to find more alcohol. It was the whole story of the album.
That sounds like you do.
Yeah.
It's something we'd all do. Can't think of any other folk metal bands apart from... I'm guessing Corpiclani's been played.
Yeah, I've shown you Corpiclani.
I liked it, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't shown you the full album yet, which I need to. I've got like 3 of their albums.
Have you got the one with, I think it's the first one with, I was going to say the song about drinking, but that's every album.
Very specific.
The song Bring Us Pints of Beer?
No, it's not that. It's really, really catchy song as well.
What, Vodka? That's not their first album though.
Nah, it was,
the earlier stuff, Happy Little Boozer.
That's it, Happy Little Boozer.
I'm after that album.
Happy Little Boozer will get stuck in here, along with
That was
Ruta.
the first song of things I heard and I loved it.
Ruta, or Rauta, however you pronounce it, is really good and gets stuck in your head. With that Iska.
Anything of their last album, Noito, is really catchy and really good.
Yeah, so's the album before it as well, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
I don't think they've made a bad album, have they?
I don't think they have now, I think about it.
Because I saw them... Who did I see them with? Oh, this will be a bill that will make you want to kill me, if I say who it was.
Oh god. I do kind of want to hear it though.
It was Corpiclani headlining,
Right.
supported by Elvati,
Right.
and opening was Arcona.
Bloody hell. You ass.
That was a couple of years ago now. That was with my mate Sprinkles.
Introduced.
But Corpiclani, it's the only time I've seen Corpiclani live. They killed it. Absolutely nailed it that night. Same as Elvati did.
Yeah.
And Arcona, I didn't realise how short the singer was of Arcona. She is a short ass. She really is.
She really?
Yeah, she is got to be about 4'9" or something. She's not that tall. Same as Anna, from Elvati or Cellar Darling now. She's not that tall at all. She come up to about my knees. So
Bloody hell.
she's really, really short. I still would,
Yeah.
but you know. I've still not listened to them, Cellar Darling, either yet. Which is Cellar Darling, which is the members of Elvati who left. Yeah, it's their band. I imagine it'll sound basically like Elvati with mainly Anna on vocals. So
Elvati Black, basically.
yeah, pretty much. Call on the Mountains about 20 times or something. You know,
Probably.
which I'd be okay with, to be fair. But yeah, I'm still not listening to the new Elvati stuff either. So
I'm not listening to the album yet, actually.
is the album even out?
The album's out, I think, next week or the week after.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna send Joe to have some dinner because he's not had any yet, like
Right.
a Philip. So I'm afraid you're gonna be stuck with me while he has his dinner.
Nothing in the pizza box.
I don't know actually. Is there anything? Oh, yeah, there's some slices of pizza.
I'll make some pizza instead.
If you want.
So he's got to munch
I'll talk-
pizza while answering.
Yeah, it's just he's been at work, so I want him to have something. For
That's
dinner.
fair enough. Is he? Is he liable to cheese comas though?
I don't know, Joe. Are you prone to cheese comas?
Nah.
Then again, you did eat a block of cheese, so you
Yeah,
can't go
yeah,
much
that's-
further than there, can you?
I didn't see we haven't seen the pictures of how he was at the end of it yet. So,
For years.
but as well, while he's munching away, then Natalie, I've got possibly a really difficult question for you.
Shoot, Ronnie, just shoot.
Right, now, just a bit of clarity for people who might be listening to this for the first time. Natalie here is, let's call her a lifelong Korn fan, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
I won't ask by the operatic vocals there. So, I'm going to have her do two really difficult decisions now.
Oh no.
One, you are going to now name from your 10 favourite Korn songs.
Oh, Jesus.
That is not a Korn song. The buzzing.
Order.
Oh god, why do you do this?
Because it harbours some bloody conversation and it gets you thinking, and also you're saying oh god, but I know you're sat there with a massive smile on your face while trying to work this out.
I am, because now I'm having to remind myself of all the Korn songs I love and then just decipher which ones I love the most.
Good luck.
See, I've got a feeling that hardly anything from Take a Look in the Mirror will be on there.
You forget, Ronnie, I don't recall albums, I just know songs.
Fair
I'm
enough.
still learning. Although, if I said the entire Suffering album, does that count?
13 songs. Too many.
That's also leaving out Blind, Snakes, Shoots and Ladders, Faggot,
Okay.
Daddy.
I do love, I love Shoots and Ladders,
Yeah.
so I thought, who else could have made Little Nursery Rhymes into a fucking great song?
I really fucking love that song. Every time we just record, you do start off.
It's like, why didn't I have someone saying those lullabies like that to me when I was growing up?
Because it's about child abuse.
I don't give a
That might be why.
You know, I love Rotting in Vain because that song helped me during a really tough time.
And that was the song where the video had someone who looked suspiciously like Johnny Depp in it.
That's actually the guy from Sons of Anarchy who played the character Chibs.
I've never watched Sons of Anarchy. It's terrible.
Oh my God. Then again, I think the bikers would be pissed off if they knew how many times I've actually watched Sons of Anarchy. So we're not going to go there.
You're saying, oh my god, which of us two has Korn DVDs? Missy?
Oh, sorry. You know, I definitely love Blind.
Yeah.
I love Falling Away From Me.
Yeah.
Take Me. Oh, I loved it when he did the song with Corey Taylor, A Different World.
Right, you're on 6. What albums Take Me on? I'm trying to think now.
It was on the Suffering album.
Oh right, I've only listened to that once. I'll try to find it. It's disappeared. That's what's worrying me. It's disappeared out of my CD collection. I can't seem to find it again, which is worrying me immensely because no one else has been in here. You've never been in my. You don't even know where my flat is. So
you don't know that I don't know. I mean, I could know, and you don't know that I know because you think I don't know.
Okay, what's the address?
Why would we say that on the internet?
Yeah, exactly. You get stalkers and people with death threats.
No different from usual then.
Jesus. What else is there? Is it bad I find the song Daddy a bit likeable? Like, really likeable?
No, because I can't help but listen to that song myself. I don't know why it is. Probably the purest emotional response ever recorded from Jonathan Davis, which is why I like it. So
and
that and Kill You.
Catchy. It's scaringly catchy.
Yeah, the fung da da do but da fung da do thing. Yeah.
I also love the song Y'all Want a Single because once again, Korn keep it real and they literally expose the music business for being horrible bastards, which is probably correct in all fairness.
How many is she up to now?
8. She's missed some big ones, I would have thought, but she's also missed some obvious ones, which is probably good because they'd be the ones that people would just be like, but everyone says that, which is fair enough.
Yeah, I've got my own little selection I really like. I'm just trying to remind myself of all the goddamn songs.
One that I was shocked when I played it for you, and you was like, I've not heard this one, was Oildale.
I did actually hear that before you showed me it.
You'll say that was a single. That was a single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did quite like it, but not
That-
as much as others, you know.
That was the Corn 3 album, which was absolutely
Yeah.
incredible. Absolutely
It was.
incredible album.
It's an amazing album. You are missing out if you've not heard the whole album.
I haven't heard whole albums.
Apart from Serenity of Suffering like a million times.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I've only got into actually caring about whole albums when I get to 20.
We'll forgive you for now.
Thank you. I did also like... Oh, this is really difficult. I did like Got the Life.
Right?
Yeah. Is that number 9?
That is number 9.
One more.
The pressure's on. Don't make me do the countdown clock.
The whole Suffering album, because I'm suffering right now.
You can't have... Well, you could also say issues, because you're having issues right now. But anyway.
Think about Insomnium, I can technically say a whole album as one.
Fuck off, Joe. No one asked you. Oh, God. It's really, really difficult.
You're not a...
Bloody hell.
That was my attempt at doing Twist, by the way.
Yes, I noticed.
Which I have seen people trying to write lyrics to that, and it's like, he's not saying words. He said he's not saying words.
He's going mental. That's why he's doing it.
Same as Freak on a Leash, where it's like, so say something, something,
Yeah.
so say something, say fi. Yeah. May have listened to that song too much in my life.
I also like... Oh, fuck. Shit. Bollocks.
Last one,
Scandal.
you.
Huh?
You got one more.
I know, and it's killing me.
Trust me, I'd be in the same situation if I got given like only 10 Fear Factory or Devin Townsend songs. I'd be a bit.
Oh God.
Although
this
if you
is
see,
horrible.
no, I can't do the other thing I was going to do now because you haven't listened to full albums. That'd be a bit unfair.
Yeah, at this present time, I'm kind of kicking myself for not listening to whole albums because I've probably not heard some fantastic songs by them, and I'm just sitting here like,
I mean, you picked out their debut to play. When it was like going through CDs. They're self-titled.
Yeah, I did like their self-titled, but I can't remember what was on it.
Which one? They've got about 3 self-titles.
The debut self-title.
Oh, okay, thanks. I was going to say they've got 3 self-titles.
Yeah, they have.
That one, wasn't it?
No.
No, that's Issues. That's
yeah.
That's.
Number 4.
I'm having to
That one.
goggle now. I'm having to goggle. Just to jog some memory.
It's your song list.
Yeah. Is there really only 11 songs?
Yeah, it's only 11 songs long.
What
So I
album was
remember I liked the whole thing. I liked the whole... Oh, this is horrible. Why'd you do this, Ronnie?
that? To get you thinking, get you awake, you know.
I am awake.
See, I mean, I did say earlier, you and Joe, if you think of anything you want to start talking about, just bring it up. So you might pounce something like this on me. I mean, I could probably do Korn songs as well, but it's been a while since I've listened to a few Korn albums fully, so I might well miss big songs myself.
Oh God. I did like... Oh God. Why?
Keep saying, oh God, I'm waiting for it to say good God.
Okay, I'll say Clown, just to
Good choice.
put
Good
a
choice.
stop to it. But I do love that song Clown, because it just reminds me of basically, you know, people get bullied by the popular people, and it's like, fuck you.
Well done indeed. Shall I do it now as well?
Yes.
You had to think about that then, didn't you?
No, like, yes.
In no order either, because I don't think I could put them in order. Good God, Kill You, Daddy. I'm not going to put anything from Serenity and Suffering on this list because I've literally only listened to the album once. Oildale, thanks to Joe, reminded me of the song. Clown, Faggot Divine. I was trying to think of the right song now. I think it's Justin off of Follow the Leader where it goes, hey up in space, that one. Here to Stay because of that riff.
That is the one.
And because I've used it to open my show once or twice, Let's Get This Party Started from Issues. There you go.
Fair enough.
You said, I was waiting for you to say, I can't remember half those songs.
Yeah.
Oh dear. See, if I wanted to be a real bastard, which I might have to do,
Yeah.
do you think you could manage 10 of your least favourite Korn songs? Not that you particularly hate, but you don't listen to as much, or don't enjoy as much.
Well, when I don't listen to certain Korn songs very much, it's because I overplayed them, because I'm one of these people that gets, literally, I'm one of these people that gets hooked onto songs, and I listen to it so much that eventually my brain just says, nah, fucking stop, I've had enough.
Fair enough.
I have overplayed, what was it? I did overplay Coming Undone.
I think everyone did.
Fair enough.
I overplayed Narcissistic Cannibal. I overdid Did My Time.
Yeah.
I overdid Thoughtless. I overdid, where is it? Here to Stay. I overdid that like a fuck ton.
Well, when that first come out, Here to Stay, I remember it come out and I think it was MTV2 at the time was celebrating Untouchables coming out, or that first single coming out. And they literally, from midnight up until 7 in the morning, all they played was Here to Stay on repeat. The music was
I overdid Love and Meth, ADIDAS.
She's talking about the song, people, by the way, when she says she overdid Love and Meth.
And Adidas, while wearing Adidas.
Yeah, and I overdid Make Me Bad and Alone I Break. I overdid all those songs.
Alone I Break's a weird one. A lot of people don't like that one. I personally quite enjoy it. But Untouchables is a weird album for Korn. It's,
in all fairness, I quite enjoy Alone I Break because it basically shows that when he's left to his thoughts, he is capable of thinking such bad things that he would harm people, and like, sadly, I can kind of relate.
I'm not sure if this is still true now, but at the time, Untouchables was the most expensive album ever recorded. So it cost them something like £2 billion or something. It's something ridiculous amount. Mainly because Joff Davis was, well, they were all becoming alcoholics at the time, so a lot of beer was ordered, and they tried to make it sound the best they could, and then they got this person, that person, the other person involved, and yeah, it all went a bit mental. So, bit mental trousers. So yes. So if you grew up with, you got into Korn, were there any other sort of new metal bands that you got into?
Again, I didn't keep up with subgenres either. Fuck. Let me just quickly Google new metal bands and see if anything appears.
Would have been bands around the same time as Korn, so early 2000s bands. Let's just say that then.
Okay. I'm probably sure some of these are not in the right subgenre.
Like,
Joe's.
I mean, Linkin Park were to start off with. They were new metal, to be fair.
Yeah, I can see Joe's subgenre blood vessel exploding. Apparently, according to Google, this will tell you how bad it is. I'm having to refer to Google. There are a lot of, air quote, new metal bands I do really enjoy.
Right.
I know I'm wrong, so people, please don't judge. I am a noob at all this. Korn, obviously.
There's a shocker.
No way!
That's almost as much of a revelation as that time I told people I like Fear Factory.
Slipknot.
They are new metal.
Okay. I did like a few Limp Bizkit songs.
We all did. I still do. So
Yeah.
Everyone did.
Yeah, I mean, I saw them live last year, so I can't say I don't like them.
Yeah, admittedly you had no choice though, because you were there for Korn, and then it got announced it was a co-headliner.
Well,
So
I did always want to see Limp Bizkit do My Generation and Roll In live, so I kind of got my wish. So.
fair enough. You might well have seen their last ever UK gig for all anyone knows right now. So
Yeah, I kind of feel quite lucky about that because they also played some of their new stuff and it sounded pretty good live, so I can't fault them for that.
see, I've only heard one single from the new stuff, and it was the song with Little Wayne. It sounded absolutely goddamn terrible. So
Fair. Linkin Park.
Yep.
System of a Down.
Yep.
Disturbed.
Yeah, they were new metal back in the day.
Yeah.
Papa Roach.
Definitely new metal back in the day.
Metallica.
Not new metal at all.
No.
Yeah, I would say yes to that one.
Godsmack.
Because of St. Anger was a new metal album, technically.
Yeah, that's true.
Godsmack,
Godsmack.
I don't know whether we'll put them as new metal or not. They're a weird one. They're new metal crossed with grunge.
You might enjoy Mushroom Head.
Bonnie tried to show me Mushroom Head. I did not like Mushroom
I
Head. And then again, she probably showed me a crap song in all fairness, but...
See, I'll be honest with you, to me Mushroom Head only have about 3 good songs, I personally think.
Fair enough.
Which is Sun Doesn't Rise, Solitaire Unravelling, and that third song that I can't remember the name of.
It was that good, kids.
Yeah.
Right. There was Drowning Pool.
Definitely new metal.
Yeah.
Soulfly.
Yes, but not anymore.
I listened to some Incubus through a friend.
Incubus, if you're going to listen to Incubus ever again, you only need to listen to the Science album, Make Yourself, and Morning View. Anything after that, they went dad rock. They really went dad rock, and it was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Evanescence.
Again, they new metal, but more goth. So
Machine Head.
had one new metal album, yeah.
Yeah. What do you know? Fear Factory apparently is in this.
Yeah, because a lot of new metal bands ripped off their vocal style, but apart from that, my least favourite album by them, called Digimortal, come out in the middle of new metal, and because loads of new metal bands had copied them. Yeah, I can deal with that.
Skindred.
Yeah. I don't know what they class themselves as now, but yeah.
And I dabbled with Marilyn Manson.
Oh, did you now? Oh.
Yes. So yeah, that's Google's answer for new metal bands.
And despite the singer's involvement in things that we won't get into, back in the day when they were getting big, what about Lost Prophets?
Everyone knew that fucking song.
Rooftops.
Yeah, Rooftops.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Shinobi versus Dragon Ninja, because that's the one that I got hit with all the time.
No, I just remember constantly hearing Standing on the Rooftops, everybody screaming,
That's because it was on Kerrang as every other bloody song. So
yeah. In all fairness, I liked it the first couple of times, and then because it was, as you said, played so much, I was just like, can you change the channel now, please?
Yeah, the thing is, Kerrang killed a lot of bands for me.
At that age, he more got into me.
Hey, how you doing?
don't, because around the time that they started, they played Southend, which is when I saw them. I'll give it to him. He was a good vocalist live, but he also, even though we all knew he was Welsh, kept speaking with an American accent. No one could work out why. And then just before they went on stage, my mate sort of managed to get splashback on the urinal on the singer. So, and the other mate who was there, because Skindred was supporting, and they were the better band of the night, has to be said. But Skindred was supporting. Skindred ended, and my mate went, "Right, I'll see you next week." I went, "That was a support band." He didn't even realise. So that's how much of an impact Lost Prophets made on them. But I will say with Lost Prophets, it is a shame in a way, because that guy tainted them. The rest of the band did try another band with a different singer, but because they've been tainted by bloody Ian Watkins, no one can get into them, because they keep thinking, well, what if they're going to do that again? It's a shame, really. So, yeah. Although they went kind of emo at one point, didn't they? If I remember rightly?
I think so, yeah.
Although now Natalie's put rooftops in my head. Cheers, Nat.
Yeah, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
I've got a mixture of that and the rift of Shinobi versus Dragon Ninja going through my head. So, yeah, it's a bit of a bugger. Ah, dear. I'm trying to think of other bands from back in the early 2000s that you might have heard.
I remember hearing, obviously we spoke about Panic, this is obviously out of the new metal genre. Yeah. I remember Panic, I remember Blink-182, Bowling for Soup, all that sort of stuff, but I could never get into those two bands, really.
Bowling for Soup now have about 2,365 albums that they've released this year alone.
Yeah, no, I just couldn't get into them. Everyone was like, yeah, Bowling for Soup, or yeah, Blink-182, and I was like, yeah, Avenged Sevenfold and Slipknot.
I could not bloody stand Blink-182. I can listen to them now, and I found, because the reason I couldn't stand them has now gone, I realised that it was the singer. I couldn't stand the old singer. The one with the nasally voice. He done my head in. Tom DeLonge, I think it is. Now he's gone, I've listened to the new Blink-182 album, and I actually quite like it. So it was definitely him who got my tits.
Actually reminds me, because my mum made a friend who liked Red Hot Chili Peppers, mum started listening to them, and it reminded me why I didn't like them. The guy's voice just sounds very I don't know what you call it, but it sounds very drowning and
What I gotta do to give it to your mama? What I gotta do to give it to your papa?
See, I preferred it when 10-second songs did it.
Fair enough. We've now plugged quite a lot of other YouTube channels on this.
I know.
Go watch Mensky, people.
Also on this YouTube channel.
Oh dear. That's the thing, I won't get the subscribers to be every other YouTube channel we've recommended. Oh dear. Who else were there back in the day? OPM, if you remember them.
I remember hearing about them, I never actually heard them.
Oh, you have heard OPM. A song called Heaven is a Half Pipe.
Oh, them ones.
That sounds familiar, but I don't remember.
I die before I wake, at least in heaven I can skate. That one. That was OPM.
Oh.
I'm surprised you escaped it, because that was on in every shop and everywhere for a while.
If wasn't playing rooftops, I was playing that.
It was almost as bad as All Star by Smash Mouth, when that was everywhere as well.
That
wasn't a cue for you two to bloody sing it. Right, just to get slightly back on track before we go off on another tangent. Metal Injection have got a list of what they believe to be 10 brilliant metal songs that last under 1 minute.
Oh,
So-
here we go.
If there's something that's not grindcore, I will be surprised.
There isn't, because the cover photo has Jonathan Davis on it. But first of all, is grindcore. Well, they started off as grindcore. Joe will know this, Natalie won't have a clue. Carcass, Frenzied Detruncation.
Yeah, okay.
That's on there. Nails No Surrender is number 9. I don't know that album by Nails. 8 is Pig Destroyer, which is a band people have recommended to me several times. I've never listened to them. I've got to get on that.
No, neither have I.
Really got to get in that. Brutal Truth, Vision, number 7. Judas Priest the Hellion is number 6.
Okay.
I remember that one.
Yeah, because I think it goes into Electric Eye, if I remember rightly. It's one it's like... and there's no vocals. 5's Electric Wizard, The Hills Have Eyes, which is Wigs, they're a doom band.
Yeah.
4 is the shortest single ever released in the UK, which is Napalm Death You Suffer. And for those who are wondering, it's literally 1 second long.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's literally like a quick blast of music with the lead vocalist saying very quickly, "You suffer, but why?" That's it.
Yeah.
So you're like, "It's on my way!"
That song.
That's it. That was the song. That's just about it.
I mean, why isn't Rumple by one there from Maelstrom?
Well, 3's Corn and Twist, which I
Okay.
thought was over a minute long, but anyway. 2's Converge, Phoenix in Flames, a bit hit and miss with Converge. And number 1's Nuclear Assault and Hang the Pope. I've never listened to Nuclear Assault. Very good things.
No, neither have I.
I have heard good things. I don't know why I'm speaking like that. Exactly, I agree with your phone buzzing. Unless it's like...
Yeah, got assault.
Sorry, my phone's getting raped by people.
Thank you. Pardon?
Excuse me? Oh dear. So, looking back at your... Look at your album collection, Joseph.
We'll have to run to another room to do that.
Okay, remembering your album collection, Joseph.
Right.
What is probably your most embarrassing album you still own?
Oh, Jesus.
You have an album by Jesus.
Yeah. Jesus Christ Superstar. Right. Keep Ronnie entertained. I'm actually going to go look at the album collection.
Okay, hello people, and Ronnie.
Because apparently I'm not a person.
No, you is a schmoogly dong.
Should probably vaguely explain these names, shouldn't we? Natalie
Yes.
is called Sploogeface because she loves Bukkake.
Oh my god, how dare you? And I'm totally not looking at a squid right now.
Okay, she likes hentai Bukkake.
Cthulhu forever.
Cthulhu Fatagan all over my face.
Oh my.
Oh dear, I think I've just killed myself. Oh dear Lord. So yes, that chat about emo stuff earlier, is it sort of made you want to listen to anything again? Just to see if it was worse than you remember?
Well, because Joe and I did that challenge only a couple of weeks back, it's still sort of fresh in my head.
Right.
And we found it actually very, very difficult not to sing along. So I think it shows that no matter how much your music taste develops, you'll still remember the old stuff you listened to, especially if it made a very big impact. You'll still remember the words, you'll still want to sing along, hum along, headbang, anything like that.
Yeah, I had that, because there's a band called The Ills, which I haven't listened to for, it's got to be about something like 16 years. And they randomly come up on a YouTube music playlist. And, it reminded me how good they were. So I dug out their first album, I put it on, and instantly I knew every goddamn lyric. And I haven't listened to that album in literally 18, 19 years. So that was a bit mental. But yeah, I mean, are there any bands that you sort of listen back to or that come on during that playlist and you were like, oh god, I remember these guys being good?
Oh, God. I remember. I I don't know. I was very touch and go with Evanescence. Like,
Really?
I think I only listened to them when I felt low and
Right.
crappy. So, like, obviously that's not times you want to keep lingering on to. So, it was a bit touch and go. I did remember my love for My Chemical Romance, which was quite surprising, because I sort of got tired of them as quick as people loved them.
But was
So-
some of that because of your friend constantly playing them?
Yeah. She basically drummed My Chemical Romance into my brain so much that I was just like, okay, I can't keep the obsession like you can, love. Like, I can be thrilled for you liking these things and finding out all these facts, because they were quite interesting.
You
But
got
at the
out
same
obsessed, son.
Sorry?
You got out obsessed, son.
I do. I can't actually get obsessed with anything for too long. I mean, apart from corn. And
I like-
cute things.
I like that he said apart from corn, but he didn't actually include himself as well.
I don't need to be obsessed with Joe, because
Just his beers.
I'm gonna have him forever.
I just turn up.
I was trying to sound lovely just then, fellas. Thanks. I'm trying to show I have a heart.
Oh, don't do that. You don't want to show weakness on the internet.
Joe, we're about to have a domestic dispute on a podcast. How do you feel?
We're not, because we're not about to have one, so perfectly fine.
Saying I don't have a heart. God.
The easiest answer to how do you feel is usually with my hands.
Get your hand off my tit, thank you.
Sorry.
Whoa! Wow, this just got funny, didn't it?
Oh, you know. But yeah, now Joe's back and I'll tell him what we were talking about. I've just asked Natalie if there was any band listening back to that sort of emo playlist thing you listened to the other week that
Yes.
you remember being good at the time, but listening to them again now just made you cringe, like a big old cringy thing.
Framing Hanley.
Who?
Yeah, Freeman Hanley.
Framing Hanley. They done a cover of Lil Wayne's song Lollipop.
I vaguely remember the name. I think they come out when I was in maximum emo hatred, because I'd just got burnt out by Funeral for a Friend and all that being played all the bloody time. So
Never got into Funeral for a Friend, but
I never listened to him.
I saw them on their farewell tour at Shinnery's because it was a birthday present from my sister.
your sister's really got a finger on the pulse of what you listen to, hasn't she?
Oh yeah.
Oh dear, dear. That was only last year, wasn't it? I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You poor fucker.
I know.
On the plus side, you've seen, as you know, their one good song live, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. But yeah, was there any other bands that you were like, you two were listening to, and you're like, oh god, or are there any other bands, not particularly on that playlist, but you remember them being good, then you've looked it up on YouTube and gone, Christ, these guys were awful.
Escape the Fate.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
still going.
I know.
Still going.
Yeah.
I actually do own albums by Escape the Fate. I don't know.
When you I was going to come back and when you say about most embarrassing CD own,
Yeah.
I still own an Escape the Fate CD. That was going to be my answer.
Which one is it?
This War Is Ours.
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones I've got.
Yeah.
Because I bought one, it was awful, and then I saw another one for about £1 in CEX, and I bought it, and I have no idea why. I've got a problem. I've really got a problem. Although I almost picked, there was a nice covers album in CEX today. I didn't pick it up, and I don't know why. That was probably a mistake.
It was probably a big mistake.
Yeah, it was something like Obey the Gods or something it was called. It was, yeah, them covering Kiss, Iron Maiden and stuff. It was only £3, so I might go back and get it some more or something. But yeah,
Do it. Especially because it's nice stuff. Do it.
yeah.
That's a great.
Are there any other bands that you've gone back to over time and gone, oh yeah, I remember enjoying them? No, they're crap.
Nat's googling emo bands, so let's find out.
107 emo bands you knew about before anyone else. Bloody hell.
Sounds like a BuzzFeed article.
Let me just go. YouTube.
See, the weird thing is, technically, I do still like an emo band, but they're no longer emo, and they were when they definitely were on their first album.
Who's that then?
Paramore.
Yes,
Okay.
actually, I still like some of their stuff
Yeah.
to this day.
Their first album is definitely emo. Anything after that first album, they're not emo anymore. They went pop punk, and I quite like the pop punk stuff. But yeah, technically they were an emo band. So really, I did like an emo band when they started. Also, yeah, you know, Hayley's pop. So any bands? I'm trying to think of answer to my own question now as well. Bands
Oh,
I've
there
gone back
was,
to.
oh god, All Time Low.
I never liked them.
Are they still
like-
going as well? All Time Low, I
I
think.
think they are, yeah.
I dabbled in them, and now I only like a few songs of theirs still.
Fair enough. I dabbled in
This is
them.
this is like my guilty stuff coming out right now.
Yeah.
What Weezer?
No, I didn't like Weezer.
No, I
never-
couldn't get into Weezer. Everyone seemed to love them back in the day. I was like,
I can never get into it
I
either.
couldn't either.
Depends if I've gone back to listen to them and then realise that they're not as great as I remember them being. Corn? No, I'm only joking. Only joking. I could feel the rage building up before I finished saying the word.
You should have seen the look on her face. It was
I
terrible.
can imagine it. Oh Christ.
I am ashamed to say that I did listen to a whole Black Veil Bride's album, and when I was young, I did enjoy it. But then I went back to it a year later and realised it was complete and utter horse shit.
I was
They're
a
still
fan
going
of
as well.
Black Brides.
What's that?
They're still going as well.
I know.
Yeah, but you know, I was an actual fan of Black Veil Brides.
To a
and
point
then,
of seeing them live?
No, I never bothered to see them live.
There's posters on the wall still.
Ooh.
Yeah, of beginning emo Andy Six. But you
That's
know,
not an excuse.
when it came to their album where they chopped most of their hair off,
Load?
I was just like, no.
I didn't know they'd chop their hair off. To be honest with you, I do get it mucked up because them and Escape the Fate look virtually exactly the same to me.
They do.
So,
They do.
and it doesn't help but that both those bands all look like the singer of Bleeding Blood on the Dance Floor. So,
Yeah.
it's
Green
a bit
Day.
confusing. Green Day, anything up to and including Nimrod, absolutely awesome. After Nimrod, they can fuck off.
Yeah.
It's
See,
my
I-
personal opinion.
I did see. Unfortunately, Green Day Live was my first gig when they done Wembley Stadium.
Was that American Idiot tour?
It was the 21st Century Breakdown tour.
Oh right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'd never heard that album, so I gave up on them.
To be fair, most of that gig was their older stuff, which was good.
Yeah.
But then the encore was American Idiot.
See, the only band I've seen at Wembley Arena, like the big arena bit, was Offspring back in 2001.
Bloody hell.
I couldn't get into Offspring.
Yeah, they were sort of on the wane around the time you were probably getting into heavier music, to be honest with you. But this was when they'd released Conspiracy of One. And they were really good live. They were supported by A, if you remember A, and AFI. It was a really good gig.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, really, really good gig. A were bloody awesome. I loved A. I still love A. But they don't exist anymore. AFI I was getting into at the time, so when they both announced the support, I was like, yeah, well up for this. It cost me a good 40 quid for the bloody ticket though. And the only other band I've seen at Wembley that wasn't in the arena, it was in a side stage thing, would have been Placebo a few years ago, for their one of their best of tours.
Oh, right, yeah.
So, because of soft spots for Placebo, they were one of my obsessions when I was a teenager. So
I could never really get into it, to be honest.
I just thought of a band that I really liked. ages, like back when I was a teenager, and then I listened to, I think, last month for a little bit, just to see what they'd done.
She's now got to say Fear Factory to get me back, isn't she?
Yes.
And they're not, I don't think they're classed as emo, at least I don't think they are, but Busted.
Definitely not.
The best thing about Busted was that Mr. Eyebrows formed a fairly decent band. Once he left, that's about it.
Well, I liked a few of their songs, because, you know, girl.
What, like, Wake Me Up in the Year 2000 or whatever it was? Or,
Yeah, 3000.
Yeah, sorry. Wake Me Up in the Year 2000, bloody Silverchair. What's talking about? And Silverchair were good, so...
And a band that I used to listen to that I can't really get back into anymore, like, at all, apart from one half of an album, is Bullet for My Valentine.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
I used to love them.
I still like them, although their last few albums have been very hit and miss. Very hit and miss.
The album that I really enjoy of theirs,
Poison.
well, half of it is a Scream Aim Fire.
That was the album when they started to lose me. I couldn't get on with that album. The Poison
The only
is
album
still
is like a,
really
I
awesome
mean, I don't
album.
like the whole album. I just don't. There's something about them I don't like.
Not fair enough. Poison's a really good album. Scream on Fire couldn't get into. The third album's really good. Temper, half a good album. And Venom, their last album, I've got to listen to again, but I remember it being quite good. I've still not seen them live either, unfortunately. I won't Bring Me the Horizon because I know you two hate them.
Well,
God.
Ollie Sykes is an absolute egotistical prick.
Most musicians are. That's the thing. Once they reach a certain level, a lot of them do get like that. Thankfully, none of the ones I've interviewed have been like that, except for one, and they weren't even that big a band. So, but a lot of them, you do hear horror stories about them being arses. Ailstorm have been accused of that by people I know. So,
Yeah.
but that might just be because they're drunk. So,
Probably, yeah.
you know, it's fair enough. Either that, or they weren't that way. It was just Americans not getting the Scottish humour, which is probably more likely. Because when I'd done that interview with Chris over Skype, he was absolutely fine. He was a laugh. He was a good joke. So, yeah. Before going further, something I want to say. You guys might not know who I'm on about, but the Ginger from the Wild Hearts and currently in a band called Mutation, whose new album Dark Black is out at the moment. Honestly, go if you like your extreme metal, guys, go get that album. Absolutely superb. Unfortunately, he's back in in hospital after having basically tweeting out that he was having suicidal issues. So, Ginger, I hope you get better, mate. I really do, because we don't need more people dying this year from the metal world. So yeah, hopefully he gets the help he does. And the other reason I'm saying that is because I interviewed him not that long ago. Hopefully I didn't drive him to it, but anyway. Yeah, he was a good guy, nice guy. Hopefully he'll get better. So yeah, but just wanted to slip that in there while I remembered before I forgot to do it. So there we go. That sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it, out of context? Oh dear. Right, bands I've gone back to that I remember loving back in the day.
Papa Roach.
I'm about to mention them.
Kind of.
I used to be absolutely obsessed. Like, I really loved a lot of their songs to the point of playing them too much. And I try and listen
I'm
to
noticing
them
a
now
trend
and
with
like,
you, Natalie.
Huh?
I'm not noticing a trend with you about these bands.
Yeah. But no, I tried listening to Papa Roach recently, and I just couldn't feel myself getting hooked like I used to. Like, and it's been years since I've listened to their stuff. And
when you say you listened to them recently, was it new stuff or their old stuff?
old stuff.
Don't listen to their new album.
Oh no, I refused. I was listening to their old stuff like Hollywood Whore and She Loves Me Not and stuff like that.
I'd say their old stuff for me is like a Last Resort and stuff. So
And time again, and
love-
Getting Away with Murder.
I love those ones.
Oh dear.
But yeah, I just couldn't enjoy them like I used to, sadly.
Yeah, they're a strange band that somehow managed to completely change their sound and survive. Which,
Yeah.
like Avenged Sevenfold, because they used to be a metalcore band, so they weren't a very good metalcore band. It has to be said. Back in the day, come at me, Avenged Sevenfold fans, but they done one good song.
They're weird.
Yeah, the first 2 albums they done one good song. I can't even remember the name of it.
That's how good it was, wasn't it?
It's one where the beginning is him screaming, "She said."
Yeah, I know what you're on about.
Yeah.
I think I've got both of those albums. I've listened to both.
Yeah,
of
I
them
have.
once.
Yeah, same here, because just not that good.
Yeah.
But the change in sound worked out for them, didn't it? So, you know.
Yeah.
Trying to think, what is the name of that bloody song? It's going to annoy me now. Oh
She
dear.
loves me not.
That was by
Oh,
Papa
that was
Roach,
Sevenfold.
not Avenged
Oh, Avenged
Sevenfold.
Sevenfold.
She said.
Oh, isn't that Beast in the Harlot?
No. That's after.
Okay.
Who the hell is Warren Fitzgerald?
The song you're on about is Unholy Confessions?
Yes, that's the one. That's the one. But yeah, apparently Avenged Sevenfold released a video for a single last week called Runaway, featuring someone called Warren Fitzgerald.
No idea who that is.
No.
He sounds familiar, but I don't know where from.
I think my English teacher was named Warren Fitzgerald.
Has he just released a single with Avenged Sevenfold?
He might have done.
Oh dear. We've got Arch Enemy news. Their new guitarist, Jeff Loomis, previously of Nevermore, didn't contribute any writing to the new album. At all.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, loads of people have been raging about this, because obviously he's not exactly a bad guitarist or anything, but yeah, I think the new album might have been written before he joined.
Okay.
Oh no, hang on. It's not because he refused to contribute or because he couldn't come up with ideas, but instead Michael Amott, the other guitarist and leader of the band, says because he was afraid Loomis's style would change Arch Enemy's sound. I could kind of understand that, because Nevermore is very, very different to Arch Enemy.
Oh god, yeah.
So
It really... Is Nevermore still going then, or they're not?
No, they released an album about 4 or 5 years ago and broke up.
Yeah.
Because mainly because Loomis left. Because he was an integral part of their sound. So,
yeah,
you know, it's a bit...
Well, I think I got the last Nevermore album. It took fucking ages to hunt it down.
Oh, I found it in HMV, like special edition one for $5.
I just got the standard edition out of CEX for $10.
Yeah, but CEX overcharged for everything, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless they're buying off you, and then they undercharge.
Yeah, they like buy it off you for like 5p,
Yeah,
and then sell it for 20 quid.
on a good day.
On a good day, yeah.
Right. We've got to do an epic list now, people. Are we ready for this?
Oh god.
Now, the big question is, how many of these songs do you two know? Because it's Metal Hammer, this month, have released their 90s issue.
Oh, I've been reading that on their website.
Yeah, I've been reading it because I bought it because I'm an idiot and didn't realise it was up on the website. But apparently they've made a list of the 100 best songs of the 90s. So, we've got to go through this.
My lunch break, actually.
We've got to go through this and see how many of them you guys A, know, and B, agree with being in the top 100 of the 90s. So, number 100, Mr. Bungle, Carousel.
I don't know that song, unfortunately.
See, I know Mr. Bungle. I've got both of their albums, but I can't remember that song. So,
Right.
For those who are wondering who Mr. Bungle are, they're the weird, really weird side project of Mike Patton of Faith No More during the 90s that didn't make songs so much as noise. I think it's the best way I can describe them, to be fair. Number 99, Snot by Snot.
Never listened to Snot.
Ah, You need to hear that song, man. You and Natalie need to hear that song. Absolutely awesome. Sadly, they only released one album because the singer, like, his dog's on the cover of the album as well. The singer and his dog both died in a car accident.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, it weren't good. 98, you'll know this one, both of you, I hope. Anyway, Faith No More, The Gentle Art of Making Enemies.
I know that one.
Is Natalie just looking blankly at the screen?
Yeah, I have no idea who you're on about.
You've never heard of Faith No More?
No.
I have failed.
Miserably.
Yeah.
Commit seppuku.
I'm on it.
When are you both gonna learn that I am literally at noob level compared to you both?
To be fair, yeah, at noob level, I didn't know who Faith No More were. It took me, I think up until I played Burnout Paradise, actually. That was my introduction to Faith No More.
I don't remember Faith No More being on that soundtrack.
Their song Epic.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
So the plus side is, at least, Natalie, you admit you're at noob level. You know, a lot of people would be like, oh no, I know all these bands 'cause I'm metal. You don't need to know every band. Crust I saw it, sure as hell don't. 97, Testament, Riding the Snake. Now, I know Testament, but I don't know that song.
I've heard of Testament.
It's quite a good song, actually.
Is it?
It's actually a really good song.
Oh,
I'd
see?
recommend it.
He knows it, and, you know, you're the youngest one of us three, aren't you, I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the baby.
96 is Voivod and Jack Luminous. I'm only had one album of Voivod.
Don't know that song.
95 is Melvins, Honey Bucket. I've not heard much Melvins.
No, I've not listened to that.
94 is the one only Napalm Death and Twist the Knife Slowly. Yes.
That was great.
1,000 times, yes. 93, Queens of the Stone Age and Avon, which I think was their first album.
I'm not a fan of Queens of the Stone Age.
Very, very hit and miss for me. 92, Emperor, Thus Spake the Night Spirit. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
91, Life of Agony, Lost at 22. Yep. Life of Agony, a band that, how put it, they're this is going to sound so patronising when I say this. Life of Agony are emo for adults.
Okay.
That's me trying to make them sound good. They started as a hardcore band, but they're very much the very how can I put it? The very description of emotional hardcore. That's the best way I can put them, and I cannot recommend them enough. Life of Agony are awesome. Also, the singer, very brave, because obviously the hardcore people can be a bit funny. Well, with metal fans in general can be funny. But like a few years ago, he admitted he was having a sex change. He's gone through with it. She's now come back fronting the band, and none of the fans have had anything bad to say about it. They've all supported her. So, well done to you guys, and well done to the band as well for continuing. And their new album's really good as well. So, well done. 90s, Meshuggah, Paul the Meshuggah face. New Millennium Cyanide Quest.
It's a great song, actually.
I think it's the first time you start hearing them do the kind of Meshuggah step riffs type thing.
Yeah.
89's Opeth and Face of Melinda, back when Opeth was still interesting. 88. Of course,
your favourite band of all time.
I had to have one on here. Until It Sleeps.
I mean, I don't know that song, I'm going to be honest.
It's on Load or Reload, I think. 87's Corrosion of Conformity, Dance of the Dead, which I've got a Corrosion of Conformity song, and if I hadn't known that it was Corrosion of Conformity, from the vocals alone I would have thought it was Metallica. He sounds exactly like James Hetfield.
Does he really?
Yeah, the singer, really, really does. 86 Entombed, Wolverine Blues. 85 Suffocation, Infecting the Crypts. Couldn't get into Suffocation, I've got to be honest.
I couldn't get into them. I gave their latest album a go, and it's okay.
Oh, fair enough.
It's okay.
84, one Natalie might know. Megadeth, Sweating Bullets.
Yes.
There we go.
Woo.
83, another one. Limp Bizkit, Nookie.
Yeah. Running in it for the nookie. Sorry, Joe. It's true.
And you can take your cookie and shove it up your yeah. I don't know why I said that in a posh English accent then.
You can take your cookie.
You can
and
take
shove
your
it
cookie,
up
dear sir, and shove it up your yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
In your yay.
82, Cradle of Filth, The Forest Whispers My Name.
I just chills.
I mean, it's from their debut.
Second album, I think. Yeah, it's second album. That's Dusk and Dairy Embrace, I believe.
No, that's from Principle of Evil Made Flesh.
Is it? Ah, fair.
Yeah.
81's Death and Trapped in a Corner. Well, get up and get out of the corner then, mate. So, sorry. Death are a funny band. I like some of their stuff. 8's Caius and Gardenia. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I like that one.
79, Pearl, or I think it's supposed to say Pearl Jam, but they forgot the R, so it's Pill Jam and Rearview Mirror.
Bloody hell.
78's Anthrax and Only. I've got every Anthrax album, I can't remember that one. Only.
I don't remember that one either, if I'm honest.
77's Immortal and The Sun No Longer Rises. Immortal, fronted by the great black metal Badger.
Yeah. Abbott is great.
Yeah. Have you seen the clip where he gets asked how he feels about playing such a good show? He just turns around, looks at the camera and says, Immortal.
Yeah.
That's spot on. Crazy bastard.
In his, he used to be a stand-up comedian.
Did he?
Before he done black metal, yeah.
Christ, I didn't know that. I actually did not know that. That explains a lot, actually.
It really does.
76 is Electric Wizard and Wizard in Black. Never listened to Electric Wizard.
Pretty good doom metal band.
75. The song with probably the most memorable and most easy to whistle guitar solo ever, Guns N' Roses, November Rain.
Yeah, I mean, when I think about that song, all I remember is the guitar solo.
Yeah. 74's Amorphis, Black Winter Day. 73, my favourite Dark Throne album, and it's the song, title song, Dark Throne, Transylvanian Hunger. I've still got to teach myself how to play that. Really have. 72 is Ozzy and Mama, I'm Coming Home. I don't know what's it like that.
I'm coming home.
I'm coming home. 71's In Flames and Jotun, which might be off the Jester Race.
It's of Horacle.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Well, you know you're In Flames, don't you? 70, 9 Inch Nails, The Day the World Went Away. Yep. 69, I Hate God, Dixie Whiskey. 68, Tool, Sober. Excellent song, excellent band. One day, we might see the next album. 67, Pantera, I'm Broken. See, the way I know Natalie's got no one is because I'll suddenly hear, yay! 66 is Marilyn Manson and Lunchbox.
I know Marilyn Manson, just not Lunchbox.
It's off his first album.
Yeah.
65, Deftones, Engine Number 9.
Can't get into Deftones.
Cathedral and Hopkins Witchfinder General at 64. Yes. Oh God, yes.
It's great.
63, I've seen Cathedral live. Yes, I am a bastard. Because I saw their very last gig. 63, Typo, Everything Dies.
It's great. It's great as well.
Have you tried Typo on Natalie?
No, not yet.
Natalie might well fall for his voice.
I'll show you some typo negative.
As many women do with his whole
It's
everything dies type thing.
What was that again?
You might know Black Number One. The lead singer's voice is along the lines of Black Number One. It's it's so overly goth, and yet the band themselves, most of their albums and songs are taking the piss out of goths.
Alright, I'm just going to quickly listen to a song and then I can tell you whether I, as you may have called it, swoon over the voice.
Also bear in mind that he was hung like a rolling pin.
Yeah.
Alright, 62's Down and Stone the Crow. First album, I think, isn't it? Stone the Crow?
Of Nola, is that their first album?
Yeah, Nola was, yeah.
Yeah.
61, Sepultura Rise. Yes.
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 60, Rage Against the Machine, Guerrilla Radio. Turn that shit off, as the lyrics go. 59, Carcass, Heartwork. All the yes. What might have kicked off melodic death metal in a way.
Yeah.
That album. It was Heartwork, wasn't it? Yeah. 58, Neurosis Locust Star. I've never listened to Neurosis until their last album. And they're pretty good, man. Hard to really describe. Kind of progressive hardcore, I think is the best way I can describe them. 57 is All the Yes in the World, so can you guess what band it is?
Fear Factory.
Yeah, Replica. 57, yeah, Replica. The biggest Fear Factory song, and it's about rape. Well done. Kind of, anyway, ish. 56 is Strapping Young Lad and Detox. Again, all the yes in the world. Have I still got to introduce you guys to Strapping Young Lad?
Yeah, I've not listened to Strapping Young Lad yet.
Oh, good God, are you in for a head pounding? They are fucking awesome. 55, Cradle of Filth, Cruelty bought the Orchids, definitely.
Yeah.
Or they've put it as Cruelty bought 3 Orchids. Twats. That'd be where the R for Pearl Jam ended up. 54, I'm sure we can all agree on this, Iron Maiden and Fear of the Dark. Fear of the Dark. 53, Paradise Lost, Hallowed Land. I don't know that song. I do like Paradise Lost, but I don't remember that song. 52, Morbid Angel, Fall from Grace. Not a big Morbid Angel fan. Let's see if you can guess number 51 if I said it starts with a bass
White
guitar.
Zombie.
Sorry?
White Zombie.
We're on Metal Hammer. So it's a bit.
Oh, you bastard.
Well, I'm on Metal Hammer on my phone.
Oh, fair enough. In that case, you two can join in with reading the list. Yeah, 51, White Zombie, More Human Than Human. Who wants to do number 50?
Opeth, Demon of the Fall.
Natalie now,
Great
49.
49, Entombed, Left Hand Path.
48 is Pantera with Floods, which has one of Dimebag Daryl's best ever solos.
Definitely. Number 47 is Monster Magnet with Space Lord.
Excellent song and album.
Number 46 is Refused, New Noise.
The only song of theirs I can recommend to people. 45, Type O Negative with My Girlfriend's Girlfriend.
Oh yeah, I just listened to Typo Negative. I don't get why women were swooning over that voice.
It's that and the fact that he's like 6'5", or was 6'5", and hung.
Yeah, I don't get it. I was enjoying the song more than thinking about whether I'd swoon over him.
She's enjoying the song. She's gonna like Type O Negative.
Woo.
What song was it? Sorry, you were listening to?
Black Number One.
Yeah, you're gonna like Type O Negative. If you like that song, that is very, very indicative of how they sound.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't get the whole swooning over him. He's not that great.
But yeah, right, Joe, number 44. Feel like doing the bloody top 40.
My Sugar with Future Breed Machine. Fucking awesome song.
I can tell your enthusiasm behind that one.
Great song.
What's that?
Dillinger Escape Plan.
The Dillinger Escape Plan, 43% burnt. That's very precise.
Burnt. Burnt. What's that? Burnt. 42, Marilyn Manson, and we're all stars now. In the dope show.
In the dope show.
Oh, that knows that one.
How do you like that one?
Number 41 is Clutch. I Have the Body of John Wilkes Booth.
I'll give it back.
Never. And you like Clutch, didn't you? I've shown you some Clutch before.
I like Clutch. Their newest album.
Clutch, I thought you said clunge, and it's like I have a clunge. It doesn't mean I like clunge.
You like Clunge? I've shown you my Clunge before, haven't I?
Oh, baby. Sorry, guys. Number 40, Smashing Pumpkins, Tonight.
I can never get into Smashing Pumpkins.
Do you know, I was going to say, I bet you I'm the only one on this podcast who actually likes that band.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
39, Slayer, and Dead Skin Mask.
Slayer?
Yeah, I went a bit Bill Bailey. Oh, this is time well, because I know what Natalie's got to say.
His balls just dropped.
So,
go,
Joe, you're on 38.
Yeah, alright,
I'm sorry, number 38 is Faith No More with Midlife Crisis.
And this lines up perfectly for Natalie.
Oh my god. I disagree with what number it's at, but fuck it. 37, Korn, Falling Away From Me.
36, Jim Carrey helped launch their career to a stratosphere. Cannibal Corpse and Hammer Smashed Face.
Great song.
It is. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. I've listened to that song too much in my life.
This is a great song to listen to too much.
I've never listened to it.
Wait to kill a mood.
I have to. It's my only purpose in this.
To be fair, it is death metal. Where would she have heard it, really? Technically, you have. If you've ever seen Ace Ventura, you've heard it.
Never watched it.
Fair enough.
Then you've never heard it.
No.
Number 35 is Jane's Addiction with Being Caught Stealing.
Yep, good song, that one.
Number 34, Dark Throne, Ablaze in the North Sky.
Great song.
I think I just made a mess in my trousers.
Ow.
It's black metal. Dark Throne are ones I will introduce you later in if you get into black metal.
They would probably be the easiest necro black metal to get her into, to be fair. 33 is the greatest song about fisting ever, Tool and Stinkfist.
Bloody hell.
I'm not even joking, that song can be read as being about fisting.
Touche.
Number 32 is Mayhem with Freezing Moon.
Oh, Freezing Moon.
Great song.
31 is one Natalie knows.
Do I?
Yeah.
31, Nirvana, Heart-Shaped Box.
You don't know that song?
You might.
I think, like, Frankie would probably kill you, wouldn't she, if you didn't know that?
I'm not too fussed.
30 is where I ding-a-ding-dang my dang-along-ling-long. It is Ministry, and Jesus built my hot rod.
I don't need to know that about your ding dong.
It's how the song starts.
She had a start.
I don't know about their ding dong.
What about Jesus building their hot rod?
Okay, now that's something interesting.
Number 29 is a Guns N' Roses song I've never heard before. You Could Be Mine.
You've never heard that before?
No.
Where the music video had Arnie in it from Terminator 2.
Oh, okay, I've heard that one.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's You Could Be Mine.
Number 28, At the Gates, Slaughter of the Soul.
Joe has to play you that album. That's all I'm saying. Especially if you like In Flames, you'll probably like At the Gates. 27 is Pearl Jam and Alive, the song everyone knows by Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Apart from
Next one
Natalie,
is-
because I know she's going to now say I don't know it.
I don't know, like I'd have to hear it to remember it. I'm one of these people.
Alive is, I'm still alive, yeah.
That does sound familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
26 is Rage Against the Machine, Balls on Parade.
Oh my, it just reminds me of when a mate of mine wore a mankini.
Imagery.
Seriously, their balls just kept popping out of the mankini. It was all
Your balls hang low, can you swing them to and fro?
Can you tie them in the knot? Can you tie them in a bow?
Do you get a funny feeling when they're hanging from the ceiling?
What?
Do you get a funny feeling when they're hanging from the ceiling? You'll never be a sailor if your balls hang low. Anyway, Natalie, 25.
25, the Prodigy Firestarter.
Twisted Firestarter.
24, Soundgarden. I'm glad it's Jesus Christ Pose and not one of their other songs that had to do with rope.
Yeah. 23 is Rob Zombie, Dracula.
I know that one, I love that one. Woo, I feel included now. Woo.
Right.
She headbutts to it all the time, like you
Right.
should.
I'm going to
especially
take.
in the car.
I'm going to
In the
take
car,
22.
headbutt.
I'm going to take 22 so that Natalie can do 21. 22's Body Count and Cop Killer. Natalie, 21.
Oh, yay.
I'm glad I got 20.
Oh, I'm jealous. Okay. 21, Korn, Freak on a Leash.
Number 20 is Rammstein with Du hast mich.
Du hast mich gefragt, du hast mich gefragt, du hast mich gefragt, kennen Sie dich gesagt, or something like that.
Well done.
19 is Judas Priest, and this is my painkiller.
Bravo, Ronnie, bravo.
Thank you, I may have ruptured my spleen.
Don't you mean your esophagus?
No.
Oh,
18, Natalie, it's
sorry.
your cue.
Sorry, I've got 18,
Sepultura.
what?
Sepultura.
Sepultura, Refuse, Resist.
You can tell I don't know that one.
Yeah.
It's been a long day, leave me alone.
Okay, I'm glad I got 17. Pantera, Cowboys from Hell.
16, Empire, and I am the Black Wizard. That was a bit camp.
I was going to say, did you have your hands a bit bent over, like,
Actually, I did. Stop watching.
My cameras don't fail me. 15, Megadeth, Hangar 18.
Ain't not too much. Sorry.
Sorry, I forgot 14. Marilyn Manson.
That sounds so bad. So yeah, 14.
Oh, sorry, I did just read it. It's Marilyn Manson with The Beautiful People. I more sung it.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Yeah.
It didn't come through the speakers for some reason. So.
Fair enough.
13 is Deftones and My Own Summer. Shove it, shove it, shove it.
I know that one.
Yeah, everyone knows that one.
Yeah.
Apart from possibly Natalie before she says.
Yeah, she just mumbled that she doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm not as achieved as you are. Number 12, Alice in Chains, Rooster.
Is it me next to? No, it's not. It's Joe.
Oh, that's not. System of a Down with Sugar.
Oh, I was hoping you'd sing that. The sugar.
Oh, damn it. I knew the song, but I couldn't remember how it went.
Retake number 11.
System of a Down with Sugar.
There we go. 10. The song that everyone in the world knows. Nirvana and Smells Like Teen Spirit. The Whores. Which means Natalie gets something she'll like.
Number 9, Slipknot, Sick.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
It's the first album on their debut album.
Yeah.
First album on their debut album, first track on their debut album even.
Oh look, Ronnie, number 8.
Yeah, except it's Joe.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
but
bad
I was trying to taunt Ronnie.
It's Soundgarden with Black Hole Sun.
Number 7 is 9 Inch Nails, I Wanna Fuck You Like an Animal. Yes, it's closer.
Oh my god. Number 6, Metallica's Sad But True. I do like that song.
I take it you don't know 9 Inch Nails Closer from the way you just said, oh my god. Because those are the lyrics to Closer. I want to fuck you like an animal. I want to feel you from the inside. I want to fuck
I
you.
do know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 8 is Sepultura with Roots, Bloody Roots.
He actually meant number 5, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, number 5. I knew it.
4, Rage Against the Machine and Killing in the Name of. Sorry.
Number 3. Number 3 is Machine Head Davidian.
Davidian.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Pantera with Walk.
And I will let Natalie have the number 1.
Yay! Number 1, Korn. Blind. Yay!
Blind.
I can see I'm going blind.
So that just made me laugh there, just when you went, blind.
You're blind.
Oh dear God. So yes, that is apparently, according to Metal Hammer, the top 100 songs of the 90s. Now personally, I think they missed a few out there. I would have put Fear Factory Resurrection in there myself. See what else.
You would.
Probably Adidas by Korn I would have put in there as well. That one in there. 90s. Them Bones by Alice in Chains wasn't in there, which is a bit weird. Dead Souls by Nine Inch Nails from the Crow soundtrack should have been on there. And Bleed by Soulfly should have been on there, but there we go. Satyricon have released a new song called Deep Calleth Upon Deep, which is apparently grim as hell. I've not listened to it yet, but it is because they are releasing a new album very soon. So we shall see. Hopefully it'll be better than the last couple of albums. The last couple of albums have been kind of poor, it has to be said.
Yeah.
Lamb of God are going to wrap up their tour with Slayer and Behemoth, which I know Joe is really annoyed about not coming to the UK.
Again, because they've done the tour before.
After that, they've got to go on a bit of hiatus. But the band have said they're not going to, they're not splitting up or anything. They just need a break from touring and all that, and then they'll be working on new material. So, all you Lamb of God fans out there, don't you worry, they are coming back. I find them a bit hit and miss sometimes, Lamb of God, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
As you said, like yesterday, the last couple of albums are a bit.
Yeah, I didn't get on with Sturm and Drang that much, or the album before it with Ghost Walking. Didn't get on with them. Sacrament is probably my favourite album by them. So, yes. New Slipknot is being written, but it won't be out for a while because Corey Taylor's doing the whole Stone Sour thing. And we'll probably start wrapping this up. So, I've got to think of some way to wrap this up. Something that will get you two thinking like mad bastards. So I'm going to ask you both for a top 10 of some kind. Now, I've done the top 10 songs of Korn for Natalie. So, Joe, I need to know your favourite band.
Oh, God. Insomnium, yeah.
You did kind of come while saying that. So bad, I saw it fly past my window and I'm in Southend and you're in Rayleigh. Anyway.
Literally, he it's like a wet patch on his boxers.
That was before I said Insomnium, he was thinking about them.
Yeah.
So, Joe, we'll start with you because I've got to think of something else for Natalie. Your 10 favourite Insomnium songs.
Oh, fucking hell. Well, I'm gonna it's not in any order. I won't be able to put them in order. I'm going to start with Winter's Gate.
What?
Even though that song is 40 minutes long. And it is just one song.
Right. So it's basically an album.
But it's only one song.
But they are a progressive band, aren't they? I believe. Well, they would be a 40 minute song. Yeah.
Melodic death metal. But they did mix prog into that one.
Yeah.
And a bit of black metal. But they're mostly melodic death doom metal.
Any other tags I want to put in there?
Probably many more.
But yeah, right, so we got that one.
While We Sleep.
Right.
Um,
I can't comment. I've not really listened to Insomnium, so I can't say anything.
Fair enough. Collapsing Words.
Yep.
That's 3. Ephemeral.
Right.
Shadows of the Dying Sun.
Right.
All of those are one album.
You're halfway through.
Cool. Oh god, it's getting more difficult though. Oh Jesus. Where the Last Wave Broke. Up to 7.
Yep.
Oh god.
Not so easy now, is it?
No, when you get to the last few that you can choose, it's like, oh.
To be honest with you, it's probably worse for Natalie because Korn have more albums.
Yeah. Insomnia have
4?
7 albums.
Oh, is it 7? Oh, fair enough.
If you include Winter's Gate, yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's not a song.
I know it's not. Oh, fucking hell. Daughter of the Moon.
Right. 2 more. 2 more. Come on. Don't make me start doing the sound of the countdown clock.
No. Wood Caring.
Right. One more. Come on.
Oh God.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Song of the Blackest Bird.
Hey, he got there.
That was difficult.
Welcome to my world.
So, Natalie.
Oh, you got one have you?
Oh god, here we go again.
Natalie. So, call me your favourite band. Slipknot a close second.
Oh.
Do you know 10 Slipknot songs?
I wouldn't say Slipknot is a close second.
Who are your second favourite band then?
It would have to be... Oh god. Now this is even more difficult. Oh. Actually, no, it might have to be Slipknot.
Right. 10 songs you would recommend to someone who has never listened to Slipknot to get them into the band. And go.
Okay. Psychosocial.
I have a feeling I can guess the trend here.
Right in there. Fucking Psychosocial, just get right in there. Wait and Bleed.
Right.
Snuff. Well, you got to expose them to everything, don't you?
Yeah, it's just very If say if they chose Snuff as the first thing to listen to, oh, this is a nice calm band, and then they go to listen to People Equal Shit.
Yeah,
well,
but to be fair to you,
thank you, Jared.
the Antennas to Hell best of does that. I think it has Snuff and it goes into something like Sick or something on it. So
yeah,
amazing.
Dead Memories.
So you're up to 5.
Yep. I have liked quite a lot of their new stuff. So Devil and I.
Right.
Killy Pop.
Kill Pop.
Killy Pop.
I know. I think I call it that because at the time I had an obsession with the Hobbit Killy from. Yeah. Yeah, obsessions again. Would you know? What's another one?
Well, you've got to come up with 3 more.
I know. I'm trying to remember.
There's one from the first album that I'm thinking of.
You have said Wait and Bleed.
Yeah.
I know there was another one I liked. I can't remember.
Does it start with S?
Come on.
From the first album?
Ronnie?
And does it go,
Yep.
Fuck it all, fuck this world, fuck everything that you stand for? Are you thinking of that one?
I don't think I've actually heard that one.
Actually got that one stuck in my head now.
I'm surprised you've never heard that one. That's one of the biggest
I
anthems.
know, because that sounds pretty brilliant, and the fact I've not heard it, I'm quite upset.
It's called Surfacing, if you want to look it up later. But yeah, it's fuck it all, fuck this world, fuck everything you stand for, don't exist, don't give a shit, don't something else, don't ever judge me. Is the chorus.
Sounds pretty good.
It is. It's very heavy as well.
Before I forget, I knew I was forgetting one.
Wow.
Oh, the irony!
I know, it's terrible.
2 more.
Right,
And me and Joe are going to start doing the countdown theme.
I think it was I Am Hated.
Yep, 9.
I'm trying to remember because of video things.
I don't think I Am Hated had a video. I'm not sure.
No, I did.
I'm just trying to remember by looking at images.
Yeah, but images of Joe naked ain't gonna help you. Well, that might help you in other areas, but not to think of
I'm
Slipknot
sure
songs.
it helps you every time, Ronnie.
I don't need images of Joe naked. I can see him naked in person.
Yes. And if you're still wondering, on Antennas to Hell, Snuff is followed by the live version of Sick.
Oh, there we go. See, I actually guessed. To be honest with you, wow, I know stuff too well.
Am I only on my last one?
You are, yes.
It's either My Plague or Vermilion.
So you've got either the Fear Factory rip-off or Vermilion.
Yeah.
Which are you picking?
You know what? Just to hurt you, I'm going to choose the rip-off.
Fair enough. It's just your choice. It's your list, you know.
Yeah.
But Joe was going to say something to me before I come out with that when I said, like, Natalie. So, what was Joe thinking? Because I'm slightly scared.
Wait, what? I've already forgotten by now.
I
thought you'd thought of something to ask me then. I was going to say, Jesus.
Oh. I can't remember if we asked you earlier, so it was your top 10 Fear Factory songs.
No, you didn't. 10.
Your top 10.
Yeah, it's the fact it's only 10 that's the problem.
Your turn, Ronnie.
Yeah. The thing is, I knew this was coming, that's the worst part, I didn't think of it. Right, Self-Biased Resistor. Because that song's actually saved my life. Martyr. It just sounds like you're both really noisy eaters. Anodized.
Pull the picture down.
Oh, fuck me.
Sorry?
So special.
Oh.
Dielectric, Resurrection, Edge Crusher, are we accepting covers?
Oh.
Not covers of Fear Factory, but Fear Factory doing a cover.
We'll let him have it. It's Fear Factory doing it.
Okay.
In that case, Cars.
Because we love you, we'll let you have some covers.
Yeah, but you'll never use lube, will you?
He likes to go in dry.
You can bite the pillows from the covers because I'm going in dry, but that's about it.
That's put me completely off now. Oh God. Archetype. Cyber Waste. You bastard, I'm laughing too much now.
Sadly, he had to briefly leave the room to get me a drink, so he can't hear you pissing yourself right now.
And number 10 would be Timelessness. So there we go. So you turned him into your little butler, basically, is what you're telling me.
Well, no, it's just I'm sitting on the side of the bed that's near the wall, and he's sitting on the side of the bed that's near the door. So I just asked him politely if he could get me a glass of water.
Oh, fair enough. So, Do you and him listen to a lot of, or some, J-Rock and that?
Yeah, I don't know, Joe, do you say we listen to J-Rock, or is it more K-pop?
I don't know J-Rock.
I know some J-Rock.
You don't?
Yeah, Darren Gray. I know Nightmare. I know... Yeah, Baby Metal.
Lady Baby.
Lady Baby. Fucking hell, Lady Baby.
Seen them live.
You've seen them live, or you're seeing them live?
I've seen them live at Hyper Japan.
Fair enough.
They were very actually oddly entertaining live.
Okay. And the only reason I asked is because I was going to say, we'll end this by trying to recommend some foreign bands, ones that may not necessarily sing in English.
Well, Diane Gray's probably the best one to recommend. I mean, for anyone that goes Hyper Japan, for instance, me and Joe are going to the winter one in November. It's November, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can buy J-Rock CDs.
Right.
And often they will always have a Diane Gray CD, so I think it's worth picking it up and having a listen.
That don't sing in English.
Nightmare. My ex-friend who had the My Chemical Romance binge got obsessed with the guitarist called Hitsugi, and yeah, they were really, really good.
See, I'm gonna... They can sing in English, by the way, but it's just like they might not necessarily sing in English, but as long as they're not your typical American or English bands, is what I'm saying. So I'm gonna go with Gallhammer.
Okay.
Japanese three-piece doom band, really, really goddamn good. Shame they split up, really, but yeah, I believe the vocalist is now married to Maniac, who fronted Mayhem for a bit. So. Not guitarist, the singer even. Bandmate are good.
Yeah, I was going to say Bandmate. They're pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, have you actually listened to them now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought their new album a couple of weeks ago.
I listened on the way to work.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Well, part on the way to work because it was just getting dropped off in the car.
Ah, fair enough. Obviously Rammstein, but I'm sure everyone listens to Rammstein already.
Mentioned earlier, Equilibrium.
There's a band called Versailles. They're pretty good.
Is it spelt Versailles? And you actually, I think it's pronounced Versailles. Yeah.
Yeah. Symphonic power metal. They're quite good.
You two and your symphonic power metal.
Yeah.
How are you two not just full of glory all the time?
When I went Hyper Japan last year, I ended up meeting and greeting this guitarist called Hizaki. I can't remember what band he's in though.
I think he's just in Hizaki. I think
he's in Versailles.
Versailles.
Oh,
Versailles.
It's like the French city, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him and he shook my hand and hugged me, and he was in his full, beautiful makeup, like he was gorgeous.
Fair enough.
I think she's perving out people.
I do have signed pictures of him somewhere, and I will have.
Oh dear. Well, on that interesting note, because she probably wants to go and mop up her moisture between her legs, we will bring this to a close by ending it by saying, what are people up to over the weekend?
Over the weekend? What are we doing this weekend?
Well, we are going to the pub tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to hang out with the biker club that we support. And then we're just going to chill out when we come home. And then Sunday we're going out for a nice meal together. And again, chill out. Fair
enough. As for myself, I will be in Rochford tomorrow looking after my parents' house, and then Sunday I will be doing I am coming back doing my show this week at the usual time for tune in people on thatmetalstation.com. of 9 a.m. if you're in those America type situation countries, or if you're in England, I start at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to this 3 hours of rambling, random guests walking in and out, and Joe's beard. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you possibly next week with an Attic Ghost returning. So goodbye from myself.
And from me, goodbye.
And goodbye from me. I promise I'll try and get better with this whole album thing.
We have time to start listening this next week.
It's okay, she can look back at these old podcasts and go, Jesus Christ, I knew nothing back then. So
that's gonna be fun.
Indeed. We shall see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Now to find out, none of that recorded.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no.
I have to record a whole new podcast.
I'm not recording my top 10 ever again.
It probably completely.
I tend to face it all.